Now on 4 News Now at 6, students could soon have fewer options to choose from in the cafeteria because of cuts by the Trump administration. What local farmers are doing to try to keep fresh food in schools.
Keep those rain jackets ready. I'm tracking more wet weather on the way. I'll let you know if there will be any breaks to walk the dog or go for a jog in your first alert forecast.
Technology is supposed to make our life easier, and what it's done is make it easier for hackers.
A scam alert from the Spokane Police Department will show you the signs to look out for if you get a message about unpaid tolls. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with breaking news tonight. Spokane police are actively searching for a person who shot someone in northeast Spokane. Investigators say it happened near North Stone Street and East Central Avenue following an argument. Investigators also say the victim is expected to survive. This is still a developing story. We will update you just as soon as we learn more. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Derek Dice has the night off. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is cutting funding for a program that allows schools to buy fresh local food from farms. Many local school districts say they will be affected by the cuts. Derek Strom went to a local farm that has participated in this program.
Having the funding over the last several years has really helped schools and farmers learn how to make those connections.
The Local Food for Schools Cooperative Agreement partnered over a dozen farms across Washington with local school districts to give kids healthy and fresh meals. School districts were able to buy all kinds of fruits, vegetables, and meats for half the price with funding coming from the USDA. But now that funding has been cut, and local school districts, including Spokane Public Schools, the Meade School District, and the Central Valley School District, will be affected.
So speaking as a farm who did benefit from this same program last year, it was a huge help to us financially. So it was great to be able to make that connection. And so this year I can only imagine how it's hurting other farmers.
Madison Verstay owns Casacano Farms in Valley Ford, and her farm participated in the program. She's disappointed the state won't be getting the $3.5 million it was expecting to continue the program.
We weren't planning on participating this year, but last year it was a huge benefit to us. So we greatly benefited, and I can only imagine what this funding would have done for other schools, producers, processors in the state.
Casacano Farms here in Spokane County says it has supplied food to schools in the past through the Local Food for Schools Cooperative Agreement, mainly in the form of pork products. But now that funding for that program is being cut, it's hoping to find other ways and other programs to participate in to continue supplying food to local schools.
It's really fun to be able to actually go into schools and be able to have kids taste something that they've maybe never tasted before.
In Valley Ford, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, school districts across Washington are looking for guidance on the ongoing battle between state and federal law. The argument centers around transgender athletes competing in girls' sports. Right now, transgender athletes are allowed to compete, which contradicts an executive order signed by President Donald Trump. Now, the Meade School District is asking for federal officials to step in. The district says current policies create an unfairness in sports and puts its federal funding at risk. Tomorrow, the state superintendent of public instruction, Chris Rakedahl, will be holding a press conference to address these issues. You can stream it on your connected TV using the KXLY Plus app and on KXLY.com. Again, that's starting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. A Spokane astronaut was supposed to be on her way to the International Space Station right now, but the launch was scrubbed less than an hour before takeoff. SpaceX saying it is because of an issue with the launch pad's ground system. Anne McLean and her team will now have to wait for the launch to be rescheduled. There are a few possible launch opportunities over the next few days. The first is tomorrow afternoon, and that will depend on when the issue could be fixed. And in my time in Florida, especially on the coast there, the Space Coast, as they call it, the weather played a huge role in every time we saw a scrub. So we'll find out.
I hope so. And what a hometown hero, yes. Yeah. And a big fan of Anne's, and would not be the best weather for any sort of outdoor experience over the next few days. Let's take a look at our Doppler radar. We are in a break in the wet weather right now in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but it will not last much longer. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen, that is the front edge of the next round of wet weather that is moving this way. Here we are putting this into motion, and you can see we have this precipitation streaming up and moving to the east. And once it starts, we're in for a wet night. Let's do our forecast radar. I'm going to take you through 24 hours. We'll see that rain moving in later this evening. Here's 9 o'clock. Some areas of moderate to heavy rain, too, where you see the darker oranges and reds. That's where we're going to be experiencing some heavier precipitation. Snow level quite high overnight. No valley snow. Here's 1 a.m. We'll get a little bit of a break, and then the next round of wet weather comes in, and you'll notice there's some blue on the screen Thursday morning. There'll be a little bit of snow mixing in. I don't expect that we'll see any accumulation in the valleys, and then we'll begin drying out. Here's 1 p.m. with the possibility of a few hit and miss rain or snow showers or a little bit of graupel tomorrow evening. It is going to be a windy day tomorrow from start to finish. These are sustained winds all day with gusts in the 35, 40 mile per hour range in Spokane, even higher gusts elsewhere around the region. I'll be back with your hour by hour forecast, plus tell you about more possibilities of snow in the 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
See you then, Chris. The U.S. Marshal's Office is asking for your help finding a man wanted on multiple felonies. This man, Frederick Hamburg, is wanted for unlawful possession of a firearm related to a drive-by shooting that happened in Meade. He is also wanted for a domestic violence assault charge. The Marshal's Office says Hamburg should be considered armed and dangerous. There is a reward of up to $750 for information leading to his arrest. Anyone with information is urged to contact the U.S. Marshal's Office. The defense in the University of Idaho murders case says the knife sheath found at the scene may have been planted. That is according to newly released court documents. Brian Kohberger is accused of killing Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in November of 2022. The defense plans to argue that the DNA found on that knife sheath, which led investigators to Kohberger, does not prove he was at the crime scene. Instead, they claim it could have been planted by the real killer. The defense has repeatedly questioned the legality and accuracy of the DNA testing. The prosecution, on the other hand, says it is prepared to argue that the evidence should be included in the trial. Kohberger's trial is set to begin in August. He faces the death penalty if convicted. The city of Spokane says that within the last year, over 7,000 people have used homeless services in the city. Madeline Mullins has more on which programs are working to help people get off the streets.
When you hear that over 7,000 people in Spokane are getting help from homeless services, you may think that seems like a lot. These organizations are not surprised.
I think our perception of homelessness versus the reality of what homelessness is and actually how big the issue is in our community are two very different things.
Some of these places have emergency shelters that offer a bed for the night. Other places have programs and teams of people working to find a better place for that person to go to.
They come into shelter and then we work with them to rapidly get them into housing as fast as possible.
Regardless of the program, these organizations see people every day who need help getting back on their feet. New numbers from the city of Spokane show which types of programs work best in doing that. Out of the over 7,000 people this data looked at, most of them were in emergency shelters. A smaller amount of people were in rapid rehousing programs. However, most people who ended up exiting the homeless system and landing somewhere permanent came from these rapid rehousing programs. Organizations like Family Promise say that is because these programs offer more than a bed. Here at Family Promise, they have caseworkers that work with families to help them move into permanent housing. And they say that is the key.
Case managers are really just relational navigators to help folks navigate to where they need to go.
Family Promise says having more of these programs that work with an individual throughout their journey is needed to get people off of the street and end the cycle of homelessness.
I think our whole conversation needs to shift as a community to how do we get more people into housing and reduce the number of people that are entering homelessness in the first place.
The city says this data will help them look at what programs are working and where funding should go in the future. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins for News Now.
Over 1,000 people at the Department of Education laid off. We'll show you if your child's classroom will be impacted. And the IRS is warning everyone to be on the lookout for scammers this tax season. The signs to know, so you make sure you're not dealing with a ghost preparer, coming up in about 30 minutes.
There's always more, and I don't know where it comes from.
Trash piling up in Spokane City Hall's own backyard. Why the city says it's not as simple as sending someone out to clean it up. Next, here on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Silver Mountain Resort in Kellogg, Idaho.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola, dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park. Enjoy a gondola ride to our exhilarating snow tubing and your gateway to snow rider heaven. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at. When it's time for an update or complete remodel.
Just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're going to rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay, what do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
Next ET, meet Lilo come to life.
Hi, my name is Maya Kealoha, and this is my first ET interview.
Why co-star Zach Galifianakis better watch out. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
We hope you're hungry because tomorrow we're cooking up your favorite fast food splurges. But get this, our GMA chef is cooking them up healthier for you. So easy to make and so delicious to eat. You're going to want to take a bite out of this tomorrow on GMA.
Look at this chaotic mess of trash that's taken over Spokane City Hall's backyard. For those who live right nearby, seeing these heaps of litter has been frustrating. The city of Spokane says trash along our riverbanks is a growing issue. And Alexandra Cohen-Yarts joins us live from the walkway under the Monroe Street Bridge, where you can actually see the problem live. Alexandra, things are not looking good.
That's right, Kirsten. This walkway was actually meant to help address this trash issue, but as you can see, that is not really what is happening right now. Take a look for yourself. You can see the trash scattered along this hillside, and you might be asking yourself, why is nobody doing anything about this issue? The answer lies in the location it is in.
There's always more, and I don't know where it comes from. It's like we're a black hole, you know, we just suck it in.
It was easy to miss during those winter months, but now that snow cover is gone and spring is right around the corner, there is no more hiding for all this trash.
Yeah, this really hurts me to see this hillside littered with trash. I think there's an element of civic pride and also pride in our environment that is lacking when you see something like this.
Located right outside of City Hall, off Spokane Falls Boulevard, in perfect sight for tourists to see, lies all of this, mountains of litter. For community in the Riverside neighborhood, seeing this is a yearly occurrence.
The problem for us as a neighborhood council is that the site is not accessible.
Due to the steepness of this hill, it is not safe for volunteers. The city of Spokane owns the property and says that the complexity of the area prevents frequent cleanups from taking place, but trash in general has become a bigger issue. From 2023 to 2024, the pounds of garbage cleanup has doubled. Those numbers include illegal dumps.
You know, we're doing a lot more work with litter and trash cleanup than we have. You know, we have litter control folks out there doing a lot of those cleanups.
But for locals, seeing the carelessness of people throwing their trash in the place they call home is devastating.
I hope the city and everybody else can figure out how to get it cleaned up because it looks ugly.
The city did not give me an exact date for when the next cleanup of this hillside will take place. The Spokane Riverkeeper says that while those are beneficial, a bigger community effort and from partnerships needs to come to truly address this issue. For now, reporting live from downtown, I'm Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Alexandra. 4 things to know about your weather. We have more rain coming tonight with a mix of rain and snow possible in the morning. It is going to be a windy day on Thursday and a wet weekend. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
All across Washington, people are coming together
to restore our rivers and streams.
We're planting trees and shrubs to cool and purify the water,
making it healthier for salmon.
Each project improves water quality and creates new habitat for fish and wildlife.
The ripples of these projects will be felt for generations.
Be a part of the ripple effect by volunteering with your local conservation district.
70% of Washington jobs require education beyond high school, and that number is on the rise. Free or low-cost college or career training is possible for your child. Apply now and ensure there's a more lucrative and stable career in their future. Learn how at wogrant.org.
Hey, Rob, let's gear up and go this year.
Try searching, fishing, and hunting.
I know where I'm going, yeah.
Let's go.
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Big Horn Show, March 20th to 23rd at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. On Family Day, kids are free. Get tickets at bighornshow.com. Presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
We're taking a live look at the Spokane Arena. Filling up there, the Chiefs are preparing to take on the #1 ranked team in the Western Conference, the Everett Silvertips. But the Chiefs will prevail. They've been doing really well. Chris,
yes, they have.
Going to be a soggy walk to the car for all those people.
If you haven't left for the game yet, take along a rain jacket with you or park as close as you can because the rain is going to be moving back in. Doppler radar right now shows a few hit and miss showers around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area presently, down around Worley. We've had a sprinkle or two in Rathdrum, also down around Fairfield and Rockford, some showers this evening. But as you could see, there's a lot more wet weather getting ready to move in. We'll put this into motion, and we are going to continue to see this rain take over the region as we get into the evening, and there's more wet weather in the forecast. Let's go hour by hour through your forecast for Thursday. I want to draw your attention to the winds for starters. Sustained winds are going to be high, plus we're going to see stronger gusts, a 70% chance of precipitation through 10 a.m. and at some point right around the morning commute or a little bit after, we may start to see some snow mixing in with that rain. Our odds of wet weather begin to taper off as we get into the afternoon, and then we're going to get a break just in time to pick the kids up from school, maybe staying dry for soccer practice. Then we'll start to see some hit and miss showers redeveloping in the late afternoon and evening, and could fall in a variety of forms. Some rain, some snow, some graupel. Haven't seen any graupel yet this spring. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be windy and unpleasant regardless of the precipitation in progress. Our forecast wind gusts starting off at 1 a.m. We have a cold front that is going to be moving through, and behind it and along it, we'll see the winds picking up. That moves through, and our winds begin to increase. Here's 9 a.m., 25-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane, but Grand Coulee, Ritzville, Moscow, and Pullman all seeing much stronger winds, 30-mile-per-hour gusts in Coeur d'Alene. Keeping those winds going through the afternoon and right on into the evening. Here's 6 o'clock, still quite windy. And then we'll see things calm down then as we get into the overnight. We're far from finished with the wet weather, even though we'll dry out a little bit Thursday afternoon. Friday, a slight chance of precipitation, and then we are heading into a wet weekend with the best chance of snow that may actually stick on the grassy surfaces briefly Friday night into Saturday morning. Here's our snow levels well below the ski areas. This is all going to be great skiing snow, but we'll see a little bit of snow mixing in here and there down in the valleys. Lows tomorrow morning in the 30s, above freezing, even with temperatures above freezing and in the 40s. When we have these spring systems, they bring cold air aloft, and so snow can have no trouble surviving the trip to the surface. We've got wet and breezy conditions on Sunday, and then we begin to dry out a little bit the middle of next week.
Okay, it's going to be good. Thank you, Chris. Well, the Education Department is hit with massive budget cuts. The White House says this is just the first step in its plan to dismantle the department. ABC's Rena Roy explains how it could impact your child's education.
Mass layoffs at the Department of Education, more than 1,300 workers being let go, now cutting the agency roughly in half.
What we did today was to take the first step of eliminating what I think is bureaucratic bloat.
The department is already the smallest of all cabinet-level agencies, but is responsible for everything from managing federal loans for colleges to enforcing civil rights laws in schools.
You cannot fire half of your staff and think you are going to meet the needs of all of the students in every school district across this nation. That's not possible. No one believes that.
Most funding for public schools is already at the state and local level, but the department does oversee billions of dollars in funding to help low-income students and those with disabilities. It also funds critical education research projects.
We kept all of the right people, the good people, to make sure that the outward-facing programs, the grants, the appropriations that come from Congress, all of that are being met, and none of that's going to fall through the cracks.
It's all part of the president's plan to shrink the federal government. Workers who have been fired gathering on Capitol Hill asking for help from senators to get their jobs back.
We are working in communities all over the country where Americans, regardless of political party, are understanding the damage that's being done because of this shutdown in public services.
A source tells ABC News the offices for civil rights and federal student aid were perhaps affected most. Those employees are tasked with investigating discrimination in America's schools and helping students get a higher education. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead, a new scam may be flooding your inbox. What police say you should do if you get a message that says you have unpaid tolls when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell and Hill.
The Silverado Trail Boss.
and a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Hi, Alton Brown here at the top secret facility where we're building my farewell tour, Alton Brown Live Last Bite. Now, like all of our culinary variety shows, there will be comedy, music, science, and an epic yet potentially dangerous culinary demonstration. Hi, 911. It's me again.
March 26th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Individuals, couples, and families, you could get a refund of up to $1,290 back on taxes paid last year, as well as refunds for 2023 and 2022. Learn more at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Arena and NCAA Division I Women's Basketball.
Around the nation, inflation eased last month, but that may not be enough to calm consumers as trade tensions put pressure on prices. And economists warn of a possible recession. CNN's Karen Caifa breaks down the numbers.
Some good news for consumers. Grocery prices were fairly flat in February and gas prices actually fell. The not so good news, some economists described Wednesday's inflation report as the calm before the storm.
President Donald Trump pleased with the government inflation report that showed consumer price hikes easing for the first time in 5 months.
Very good news.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics said the consumer price index was 2.8% year over year in February. That's a slowdown from 3% year over year in January, but still higher than where the Federal Reserve would like it.
We're talking about a 2.8% increase in prices, so that's significant, and it's significantly away from where the Federal Reserve would like to be, which is closer to a 2% inflation target.
The data also too early to show the impact of President Trump's tariff policies. Many Democrats argue American consumers will be squeezed by moves like the 25% toll on all U.S. imported steel and aluminum that took effect Wednesday.
Because houses and cars are bundles of steel and aluminum and lumber and semiconductors, all of which this president is taxing. He is imposing an onerous tax upon the middle class right now.
Wednesday's tariffs were met with swift retaliation from Canada and Europe, fueling trade war fears among businesses and consumers and prompting some economists to warn recession odds are rising.
You know, the economy is strong. It came into the year doing very well, but it can't digest the kind of tariffs that we're talking about here.
Walmart, Target, Delta, and American Airlines are among major companies that say they've seen pullbacks in U.S. consumer spending this year.
In focus with Wednesday's inflation report, the price of eggs. Egg prices increased again in February, though at a slower pace than they did in January. Still, the price of eggs is up about 60% year over year. The entire inflation report, as well as the government's jobs report that released last Friday, food for thought for the Federal Reserve as they make their next decision on interest rates next week. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Well, still ahead, customers of a local business are frustrated with the owner. Find out why. And the owners take on the issue. Plus, health officials are on high alert as measles cases continue to rise. What you need to know to keep your kids from getting sick.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Snow days are the best days, especially when there's fresh powder on the mountain.
But getting there, that's where Subaru Symmetrical All-Wheel Drive comes in. Glide up the icy roads with confidence and enjoy stability on every twist and turn.
Pack your gear, load up the crew, and let the heated seats keep you warm on the way.
Because with Subaru, getting up to the ski hill is just as thrilling as the ride down.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through March 31st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Court.
Tossing and turning at night, well, you're not alone. And missing out on quality sleep isn't just annoying, it can be dangerous.
It can actually contribute to serious health problems.
Get expert-backed tips to help you sleep better tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
You expect more from your morning news. Good Morning Northwest delivers.
The scammer is posing as law enforcement.
Breaking news.
Immediate evacuation order.
A forecast that helps you plan your day.
Breezy today.
You expect more in the mornings. Good Morning Northwest delivers. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Have you received a text message asking you to pay a toll fee? If you have, don't pay it. This message is a scam. Marissa Rio joins us in studio now with tips on what to look out for so you don't lose your money.
This is one of those scams texts people are receiving right now. There are no toll roads in this area, but there are in Seattle. So if you've traveled there lately, you may think this is legitimate. One local woman who fell victim to this one wants her experience to serve as a warning to others.
They're just kind of relentless. They keep coming through constantly.
These messages threatening you to pay your toll or else you'll face a hefty fine can be aggravating. And with so many scams, it's hard to keep up. That's what happened to Deborah Harder here. She tells me her husband recently ran a yellow light and the red light camera flashed.
And that night, an email came in saying it was the toll fine, but he assumed that meant it was a violation of running a red light fine. So he tried to pay it online.
She says 2 of their credit cards didn't go through, but one did.
But he called the courthouse the next day and they told him they do not send emails for traffic violations.
That's when they realized they were scammed.
I'm going to cancel my credit card also, and the other one that was used that didn't go through, just in case that's part of the scam, that they get multiple credit card numbers and start using them.
The Washington State Department of Transportation and local law enforcement want people to know that these messages are fake.
We don't send texts requesting payment. If you have an account, you may get an email if you have like a toll bill overdue, but that would usually, we wouldn't be texting you out of the blue saying, hey, you've got this toll bill due, come pay it.
An official with Spokane Police says they would also never send you a red light ticket via text or email. These tickets will always come in the mail. It is also advised that you report these scams to either Crime Check or to an FBI Internet Complaint Center, which you can find on our website at KXLY.com. In studio, Marissa Rio for News Now.
Thank you, Marissa. Let's send it now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker tracking rain in the First Alert Weather Center.
We do have some rain on the radar just to the west of the Spokane area. We're seeing that rain, including all along I-90 between Spokane and Moses Lake. We'll zoom in here a little bit with some light rain around Davenport, a little bit heavier around Wilbur, and then again through I-90 has not quite made its way into Cheney and Medical Lake yet, but it it will be soon. We also have that wet weather around the Ritzville area and south of I-90, and a few sprinkles on the Washington and Idaho Palouse, with more on the way. Temperatures to start the day tomorrow morning are going to be in the mid to upper 30s around the region, including 38 in downtown Spokane and Meade, 36 in Spirit Lake and Hayden, 37 in Spokane. That said, even though temperatures will be above freezing, we do have the possibility of some snow, especially those snow pellets or graupel, because we have very cold air coming in the upper layers of the atmosphere, and it's a typical springtime pattern in our forecast for Thursday. A high of 47, 48 is our average high. It's going to be a windy day. We will get a bit of a break in the wet weather in the afternoon, just a slight chance of some hit and miss showers. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, and it is Wildlife Wednesday in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
With a win last night over St. Mary's, Gonzaga is officially back in the NCAA tournament. This will make the Zags' 26th trip to March Madness. But with the conference championship still going, they'll have to wait until Sunday to see where they head next. The Zags beat St. Mary's to win the WCC Conference Championship, which earns them the automatic bid. But seeding and first-round location depends on what happens elsewhere in college basketball this week. As of noon today, ESPN bracketologist Joe Lunardi has Gonzaga as a 7 seed starting the tournament in Lexington. CBS Sports has the Zags as a 9 seed, also in Lexington, Bracket Matrix, which averages seeds from the top bracketologists in the nation, has Gonzaga as an 8 seed. So we gotta wait. We'll know for sure this weekend, coming up on Selection Sunday. Customers of a Spokane eyewear shop are reporting lost money and missing glasses after Stahl Optical went mobile in January. Some tell us they can't get a hold of the store and they don't know where their paid orders are. Hunter Bertram has been working to get answers.
In January, we covered Stahl Optical going from brick and mortar to mobile ordering, a Spokane business since 1969. Its owner and optician Debbie Camarda knew it was time for a transformation.
We're not going out of business or anything like that. We're just making a new story to our existing one.
She thought, why not go mobile? That switch happened 2 days after our story aired. But after that, customers began reaching out to me, wondering where Stahl Optical went. 5 customers thus far, including 15-year customer Teresa.
So I get a pair of glasses every year, year and a half, 1 or 2 pairs.
She tells me she loved Stahl's products and never felt bad about dropping some serious cash to look good and support a local business.
Every time you email them, they send out an email that says, call this number. You call that number, the voicemail box is full, says, oh, call this number. That number doesn't have a voicemail.
In June of last year, she bought a nearly $1,000 pair of glasses from Stahl. By January, the lens chipped. She brought them in to get fixed. She hasn't seen that pair of glasses since.
I just want them back. I don't care if they're still broken. I'll just go somewhere else and get them fixed.
Teresa has filed a complaint with the Washington Attorney General's office. I contacted Stahl Optical about her glasses. They claim to have them and plan to deliver soon. I also asked its owner Sean and Debbie about why other customers claim to have not gotten their orders or received any calls. They declined an interview but sent me a statement, reading in part, "We are trying our best, working on getting everybody what they are owed. Without money coming in, processing has been slow, but we will get to you."
And I feel that an apology and something personal from Debbie and Sean, they have all of our phone numbers. They have our email addresses.
Their attempt to go mobile ultimately didn't pay off. Owner Sean tells me they have filed for bankruptcy and will be shutting down Stahl Optical, adding they will work until all the orders they have are filled. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Washington State Patrol is investigating a crash that killed a person on Highway 20. It happened near Ruby Creek Road, south of Ione. Investigators say 73-year-old John Wagner drove off the road down an embankment and crashed into a tree. There's no word yet on what caused the crash. A Yakima man will soon be sentenced to prison for stealing cultural items from Northern Quest Casino and Resort. On your screen now is a photo of one of the items. 61-year-old Kevin Wisman pleaded guilty to stealing in October of 2020. The Kalispel tribe says the items are irreplaceable and a part of the tribe's history. The items still have not been recovered. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Kalispel Tribal Police. Measles cases are on the rise across the U.S., with 15 states now reporting outbreaks from California to New York. Health officials are sounding the alarm. What you need to know to protect your kids coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
The 20th Annual Spokane Motorcycle Show is March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Incredible stunt shows, indoor swap meet, indoor poker run, great giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
It's time to keep those New Year's resolutions going at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
This year, join the gym that can help you reach your goals at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this?
Shifting gears climbs to new heights.
Did you take a gummy? Dad!
I thought it would be great. What? Because Jay Leno stops in to say hi.
You called me last night and you said you love me.
New Shifting Gears tonight on ABC.
For March only, buy one window or door and get the second 40% off. Plus, get an additional $750 off your entire project. Schedule your complimentary consultation. Call Renewal by Anderson today.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
The 20th Annual Spokane Motorcycle Show is March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Incredible stunt shows, indoor swap meet, indoor poker run, great giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
It is tax filing season, and the IRS is warning of an increase in tax-related scams. Tonight, we're sharing tips to make sure you don't get tricked out of your hard-earned money. ABC's Rena Roy shares those tips and the red flags to look out for.
As millions of Americans file their taxes this year, scammers are devising schemes to steal your identity and money. Jennifer Hessing, Fraud Analytics Director at Wells Fargo, says be on the lookout for ghost preparers. Fraudsters posing as tax preparers, often promising larger refunds, tax credits, or benefits that in the end you don't qualify for.
They are getting more money back. They'll give you your portion and then they take the rest of it. And so it ends up being falsified tax documents, and the consumers are having to deal with the repercussions of that.
Being asked to sign a blank or partial return is a huge red flag. If you hire someone to do your taxes, make sure they're reputable by doing your research and verifying their preparer tax identification number on the IRS website. Phishing scams are also common during tax time.
Identity theft is really a year-round scheme, but this time of year, the bad guys put a little twist on it. It's tax season, so they alter their scam language to be specific to taxes, like get your max refund, or reset your password on your tax prep software.
Don't trust any email, text, or phone call that asks for your personal data.
Their ultimate goal is to steal your identity or maybe your username and password. If they can get into your tax prep software or your bank or your email, that's gold.
Some scammers may try to impersonate the IRS and even threaten you, but know that the IRS only communicates with taxpayers by mail.
They won't be saying that you'll be deported or put in jail for not paying this bill by the end of the day.
Requests for unusual payment methods such as prepaid debit cards, gift cards, or cryptocurrency are also telltale signs of a scam. Protect yourself from fraud by requesting an identity protection PIN number from the IRS website to include with your return.
So the IRS knows it's you on the other side.
File your taxes electronically to prevent thieves from stealing your return or checks from your mailbox. Enroll in identity theft protection and two-factor identification for tax filing software, and don't make things easy for fraudsters.
Not reusing login credentials across apps, especially with the most sensitive ones like email, bank, or tax prep software. You absolutely want those to be unique logins for sure. In case the bad guys get a hold of one, they don't have the keys to the kingdom with some of your most sensitive apps.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And if you have a stack of old returns around, you may be wondering just how long you need to hang on to them. You may be hesitant to get rid of them just in case you're audited by the IRS. Experts say there are a few documents you should keep for at least 3 years. Those include W-2s, 1099 forms, self-employment earnings, and 1098 forms for mortgage interest deductions. You should keep records of previous tax returns as well. That's because if you are audited, you'll typically need to provide copies of your federal tax returns from the past 3 tax years.
It is Wildlife Wednesday, and here's just a preview of some of the pictures I have for you. Now, Norma Adams sent this picture in on behalf of her grandson, Chase Short, who imaged this robin at his grandma's house. I love getting photos from brand new photographers. Thank you for the photo, Chase and Grandma Norma. I'll be back with more and your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Bill's Heating would like to congratulate Dino Scarpa on winning 2 tickets to the WCC tournament in Vegas.
Hey, Ben, I make this shot, you have to take me with you to Vegas. Deal?
All right, fine. But you got 1 shot.
Watch and learn. All right, 2 out of 3.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Celebrate 30 years of winning at the Kootenai Casino with exciting promotions including daily hot spins, a special St. Patrick's Day drawing, and anniversary cash and bonus play giveaways. Ready to get away this March? Stay Sunday through Thursday at the Kootenai Falls Lodge for just $59 per night, or a Riverview room for $79 and get a free $30 Kootenai credit included. Come stay and win at the inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here for Wildlife Wednesday.
Yes, and I've got one you're going to love right off the bat from Mark Boat.
It's a marmot.
It's a marmot and Palouse Falls, 2 of everybody's favorite things in one photo. Isn't that, this marmot almost looks like he is like an influencer, and this is from his Instagram account.
He really is. I said this is my favorite marmot picture I think I've ever seen. Yeah. Not that Mark needs to know that because he knows he takes all my favorite pictures, but wow.
He does.
Look at that.
That is a great photo. He was actually at Palouse Falls taking pictures of the falls. He said he was not leaving without a great marmot picture for Wildlife Wednesday. So you have succeeded, Mark. And I just absolutely adore this photo. And Palouse Falls, he says, is raging, by the way. Oh, and Larry Crumpleman cannot take a bad picture. What a fabulous shot of the beautiful great blue heron taking off from some snowy and icy terrain there. Just a stunning photo there. And I've got another cute one for you. How about this one, Kirsten?
Aw, they're so happy.
The fish are not happy, I would think.
True.
But the otters are delighted. Clint Haddock shared this photo.
We have so many otter fans after that otter was spotted in Riverfront Park.
You're right. I never even thought about that. Yes, people were hunting for that otter, and here's some cuties too, and enjoying a snack. Thank you for the photos, everyone. I love them. 4 things to know about your weather. We have more rain coming tonight. Tomorrow, a mix of rain and snow in many spots. It's going to be a windy day, and we have wet weather coming in this weekend. We'll dial in on the timing to help you plan your weekend. I'll know a lot better tomorrow on when we might have some dry conditions, and of course on Friday as well. Tomorrow, it's going to be windy all day. We'll start the day off with sustained winds in excess of 20 miles per hour and gusts in the 40-mile-per-hour range. It is going to stay windy right on through noon, and even tomorrow evening, 35-mile-per-hour gusts will be common. We are going to see stronger winds in the Columbia Basin and the Palouse in the 45-mile-per-hour range. And the wet weather. Forecast radar, we've got that rain coming in tonight. We will get some breaks. It's not going to be constant. The best chance to have a break in the early morning hours Thursday, and then the next round comes in, and that blue and pink is that rain-snow mix. Another little break in the afternoon, and then those polka dot springtime hit or miss showers falling as rain, snow, and even graupel. Friday looks like the driest day of the work week, and then more wet weather coming in for a not great weekend down in the valleys. The snow is going to be piling up in the mountains. That is the good news. Some drier weather as we head into next week. By this time next week, our average high is 50 degrees. So these temperatures are actually right about average, Kirsten.
And you said, show me the graupel.
Yes, yes, bring on the graupel. If you see it, take a picture. I love a good graupel picture.
We're waiting for it. All right, thanks, Chris. Federal health officials are continuing to track the growing number of measles cases across the country. ABC's Doreen Shaw has the details.
Growing concerns about the measles, with at least 15 states now reporting cases from California to New York. Vermont and Maryland now seeing their first cases, and 2 new cases reported in Oklahoma.
When you get a large number of unvaccinated individuals with something as contagious as measles, it can spread very quickly.
A case was reported in Los Angeles involving a patient who had recently traveled through the Los Angeles International Airport. And health officials in California's Fresno and Madera counties say a case of the measles was confirmed with exposure to both counties. Texas, the hardest hit with 223 confirmed cases and at least 29 people hospitalized, leading doctors to recommend children in outbreak areas get vaccinated at 6 months old instead of 1 year.
We're seeing a big push for that in the counties that are most impacted.
This coming after a child recently died from the measles, the first in a decade. The father telling The Atlantic that his 6-year-old daughter had been sick for 3 weeks. She died of pneumonia, a common complication from extreme cases of the measles. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. saying he met with the family and is making sure anyone who wants a measles vaccine in Texas can get it.
What we need to do is give them the best information and encourage them to vaccinate.
But the well-known vaccine skeptic quickly following up with unsubstantiated claims about the shot's side effects and effectiveness.
What we are seeing with headlines is unfortunately the symptom of a larger problem about misinformation hitting parents who just want to do what's right for their children.
2 doses of the measles vaccine are 97% effective, according to the CDC. If a baby gets the vaccine at 6 months, they still have to get 2 more shots for full protection. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, the Trump administration says it's rolling back 31 major rules that targeted pollution, including those that would have pushed power plants and car makers toward cleaner forms of energy. The agency also announced it is reconsidering a scientific finding that has served as the basis of federal regulations to curb climate pollution. If that precedent is dismissed, the EPA would no longer have the authority to manage the pollution that causes global warming. The head of the EPA calls this the, quote, most consequential day of deregulation in U.S. history. Climate and environmental groups have vowed to challenge the EPA's moves in court. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Big Horn Show, March 20th through 23rd at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. Get tickets at bighornshow.com. Presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians.
Spike, I brought you here today because I've always admired your high energy and your positive attitude. So I want to hire you at Cal Cars.
Look who it is. Back to mommy you go.
Jake, this isn't our dog.
No?
You never got new glasses, did you?
Well, you didn't know Stanton Optical makes eye care easy.
Exactly. Sorry, you were?
Nervous?
1 pair of glasses plus a free eye exam for $59. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Earn 3.5% APY. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend Checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Big Horn Show, March 20th through 23rd at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. Get tickets at bighornshow.com. Presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, the defense for the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students plans to argue a critical piece of evidence was planted at the crime scene. The evidence in question, the knife sheath where investigators found Brian Kohberger's DNA, who they think could have planted it there, and what the prosecutor is now saying tonight at 11.
We have got rain on the way. Take a look at our latest Doppler radar image. That area of yellow and orange is cruising right up by 90 into the Spokane area, so it's going to get damp fast.
Okay, well, we'll see you on Nightside and have an update for you at 11.